So I'm just got this recording what we're doing when we do the actual recipe, okay? Why are you so much taller than me? All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So want me to shrink down to here?
No, just stand at your normal height. Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey.
I'm Lex.
We are a mostly whole foods, vegan cooking channel. We do some starch solutions, sometimes an episode with Tim. If you like what you hear, please, I can't get used to all of this facial hair, sorry. If you like what you hear, please hit that like button, show us some love, and think about subscribing and becoming part of the Plant-Based Dads family. If you're one of our Patreon members or you're one of our PayPal supporters, then you know that you get these videos up to 48 hours early. There's a link below if you want to become a Patreon or a PayPal supporter. So a car just drove by the window. We're both checking that out. All right, so what are we doing today?
What are we doing today?
We're making onion rings, right? One of our favorite fast food delicacies, right? Except normally they're made with oil, which is really something we can't eat. And even you are starting to get away from overly saturated fats and all that, right? So we're going to make our own. We have a really good recipe. We're excited to share it with you. It should be pretty simple. We're just going to use some household things. We've made it before. They came out really good. So we thought since you and I are kind of the big onion rings eaters, right? We'll do that for everyone else, right?
I can't get over this height difference. Like stand up real quick.
Are we done? All right before we get started here, I wanted to tell you about two new cookbooks I got. I got this one here called Vegan Ramen, because we all love ramen, right? It's a ramen restaurant in Tempe we go to sometimes. And I got this for Tim for Father's Day, and we haven't made anything out of it yet, but it all looks good. So I'm going to try some recipes out of this. And then we've got the Fiber Fueled cookbook. Dr. Will B. He wrote Fiber Fueled. He's got a cookbook about it. So those are my new cookbooks I got. And at some point you guys have been asking me to do like a cookbook tour. So we'll do that at one point. I really need to make a cookbook of my own. I know this, we've talked about this. I would have a lot more time if maybe you could cook your own food and reheat your own food and do your own laundry and bring your own stuff.
I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah, so no
time.
time.
I don't know how to tie my own shoe.
No, barely. No time to make a cookbook on my end as long as that's happening.
You could type some documents up and sat out with like Mo Williams.
One other thing I want to talk about is some viewers of the show, Heather and Keith. Heather and Keith sent me this card. Heather and Keith were I don't know if they're high school, but they went to school together, right? So they've been sweethearts since they went to school. And you know, they're much older now and they're married and all that stuff with the family. But and they're still together. And they, I've been they follow me on the show and I talk with them in the group. They PM me. And Heather made this card for me when I was in the hospital, and it's absolutely beautiful. Check this out. She made this herself. She made the whole card herself. And it's butterfly wings, right, on this card. And it's all like imprinted. It's so pretty. And then it says my name on it. And it says, "So grateful for you. Joey, so grateful for you." And then when you open it up, right, there's, they wrote a note. But here's the cool thing. They wrote 2 Post-its and wrote some stuff on it, right? And one of them says, "To Joey," right? And the other one says, "To Tim." They didn't write one for you.
Oh, what?
So that was cool because no one's written Tim anything, right? So Tim was really, Tim was really excited that his name was on the card. So I want to thank Heather and Keith for this. Those two mean a lot to me. They've been, I've been in contact with them. I've been in contact with the transition to whole food plant-based. And I mean, I know it's a lot for everyone, but I absolutely love that they're doing it together and that they've included me on their journey. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. First thing we're going to need is 2 onions. We got to cut 2 onions, all right? So that's what I'm going to do here. I think for this part, you and I are going to switch places. You go over here. But then when we're making the batters and all that, I'll have you do that.
Can I eat it? Or?
No, it's an onion. So I'm just taking 2 yellow onions here. What are you doing? It's not going to fly out.
I don't know.
I'm just taking 2 yellow onions here. I'm cutting off the ends, right?
I think I should cut them,
No, I don't think you should be using a knife. Yeah.
I've used knife in video games to make you run faster.
Okay, no, this is no, it's not a video game.
When you're holding a knife in a video game, it makes you run faster.
No.
Fun fact.
And then I'm gonna kind of peel off this layer right here, right? And remember, I don't want to cut the onion in half because I'm making onion rings, so I need to make slices of actual rings, right? I need O's. So, but I have to get this kind of top layer off, but I just don't want to cut it. So I'm gonna use my fingertips to make a cut in there, and then I'm just gonna peel off the top layer.
Now, the onions always smell so good.
I know, it's just
I
nobody wants to eat them raw.
Onions.
All right, so we got the onion right here, right? And that's in place. I'm gonna cut this one here, right? Did I cut the end off here? All right, so same thing here. I'm just gonna kind of peel this, and this one's got some black stuff on it, like some mold. This onion is not too good, but it only goes so far, and I hate to waste food, so I'm going to
cut that part out.
Yeah, I'm going to use what I can. Is it spraying at you?
No, I wonder why I was blocking myself.
All right, so see how it goes a little deeper there? I would block that. Yeah, I'm gonna go one more layer in to take it off. But I mean, I don't have a lot. I don't think I have any more onions. So
each onion a layer?
There's a bunch of layers. See, see now it's good. All right, so I've got my 2 onions. I'm gonna cut them into rings. I'm just gonna. You could use a mandolin for this. I'm not gonna drag that thing out.
Make sure you get the full onion.
I want to make sure I get the full onion. So they're gonna have to be thick enough to do that. All right.
And you don't cut yourself.
And that I don't cut myself. That's right.
So I'm interested to see how we're gonna put the bread on these.
All right, well I'll show you. There's 2 little bowls we're gonna.
And are these better from our favorite restaurant?
I mean, our favorite restaurant fries them, so I don't know if they're going to taste better, but they're actually going to be they're absolutely going to be a good option for us.
Last time, Joe, you made them, I couldn't try them. I forget why, but.
Well, because I made them at 8 a.m. You didn't get up to almost 5, and they sat on the counter. So, there was that. And I'm using my Dahlstrong sandwich knife right here, right? The Dahlstrong knife series is amazing. This is from the Gladiator series. So I want to thank Dahlstrong for sending me this knife along with a bunch of other ones. One of our favorite ones to use when cutting vegetables, but these sandwich knives are like utility knives. They're so good. All right, and let me see if I can get this last one.
I wouldn't.
That's all right, I got
Try not to cut yourself.
I won't.
I don't want to be calling 911 here. My dad cut himself. It's all on camera.
All right, so I've got these cut. So let's split over here, all right? So here's what we need to do. Scooch over it. We need to carefully take out the onions from the middle, and we need to start making rings here, all right?
So
let's do this. No, don't. It's a raw onion, right?
So is that bad?
No, it's just not something you want to eat. So, all right, we want them cooked. So we want to try not to do what I did, where I just broke it right here, all right? So we want to try and take out the middles, right? Now, if you get a broken one here, just toss it aside for now. I'll chop it up later on for something else I'm gonna make. But like this, look, you can yes, you can do that, right?
Oh.
Yes, it's like Benihana, right? All right.
It's like the child game where you have to stack them on top of each other.
I don't know that game.
That's because you were a child, long time ago.
Yeah.
Boomer. Sorry. Ooh.
All right, so our onions are cut up right here. You can kind of see that, right? So I'm gonna move this out of the way for a minute, okay? Just kind of put this up here. And now we're gonna make our what we call dredging.
Now this is my turn.
So, okay, well hang on, you're gonna do it right here. Now we're gonna make our dredging. We'll have our wet station and a dry station. We'll dip the onions in the wet stuff to get them wet, and then we'll dip it in the dry, the crumbs to get it breadcrumby.
Yeah.
Okay? And then we'll just kind of lay them over here. So,
my eye is still in pain.
we're gonna need something to lay them on.
Tinfoil?
Yeah, well, not tinfoil, no. Just kind of, probably another cutting board right here. All right, so let's place this right over here, all right? All right, we're gonna start with a cup of flour. I'm just using our wheat bread flour that we use, all right? So pop that in here.
Ow.
All right. And next we're gonna put in a cup of plant milk. So a cup of this right into here.
All right, the full thing?
The whole cup.
Oh, this is 1 cup. Okay.
It is 1 cup. Ooga booga. All right, pop that in there. All at once.
I'm trying.
Yeah, save us up for later on, right? All at once.
Don't want it to splash out.
All right, next we're gonna put in some spices. So we're doing a half a teaspoon of turmeric. So let's take, that's a half a teaspoon right there.
Okay, I got
so pop that in. Good job.
Good enough, right?
Yep. And a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika.
Ooh, stuff strong just looking at it.
All right, good job there. All right, next we need some pepper. Let me just sprinkle in what I
got
put.
it.
All right, so we need a 1/4 of a teaspoon. So, genius, it's upside down.
Oh. Am I doing it the wrong way? Oh! Think that's good?
Yeah, maybe a few more turns.
Oh.
It's not like you're gonna clean anything up anyway. All right, I think that's pretty good, right? We got that right there. All right, so there's our pepper. Inhale some of the pepper.
Yes. Oh.
That pepper will kill you, right? And then we're gonna put a little bit of salt in here. So you want to just sprinkle, like do a pinch?
Right.
No. Oh, wait, Tim? No. Just do a little pinch. A pinch means like a pinch, all right? Okay, so let's take this and mix up our red ingredients.
All right, so let me show you how to really mix
it. Hang on, I don't want this going flying all over.
I got it.
All right, it's just slow kind of.
I've been swimming, so I've been working on them gains, you know, so, you know, that means I can actually stir.
Yeah, listen, swimmer, can you hold this, okay?
Oh,
yeah, and just kind of do that, all right?
I'm like a verified chef, you know?
Okay.
Like Gordon Ramsay hit me up, you know?
All right, so you're doing a good job. Keep that going, okay? All right, so while I'm doing this, right, I'm gonna have you do the dry mix, all right?
Yeah.
Now here's what's gonna go in the dry mix. Let me have that napkin. I just got stuff all over my hands.
Yeah, you got it too?
Yeah. All right, so let's do in here a cup of vegan breadcrumbs. So let me open this up right here. Take this and use that glass jar to measure a cup. All right, so 1 cup of vegan breadcrumbs.
I'm trying to find what the cup is.
It's half that jar. So we're using the Trader Joe's panko breadcrumbs. They're vegan. There's no oil in it or anything.
Oh.
It's just panko breadcrumbs.
1 cup.
And that's okay. If it's more, it's okay, right? Just dump it into the bowl right there.
Yeah, that's about right.
Dump that into the bowl, right? All right. After that, I'm putting in like a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, so pop that in there, all right? And then let's put those same spices in here too. So half a teaspoon of paprika and a half a teaspoon of turmeric, all right?
Oh my god, my nose. You're really going hard on that.
Well, I just want to make sure I get it all combined. I think it probably needs a little bit more milk.
Jeez. I think we're out of milk soon.
Oh, we got lots and lots of containers of this stuff. Please.
All right, there's your spices, man.
All right, so grab a spoon out of here and just slowly mix that together, okay?
I can't because you're walking it. A spoon?
Yeah, a spoon or something to mix all that together with.
Just use the teaspoon.
Okay, use that then if you'd like. All right, so let's just mix these up. I'm going to keep mixing this until I don't get just
I'm
careful,
trying not
okay?
to.
Come on, careful.
I'm trying not to, but it's difficult when it's not wet.
Okay, so we've got our mix ready to go, our wet, our dry. So what we're going to do is take an onion, dip it in. Let's use a little fork here. It's going to be hard to... We don't want to break them though, okay? So I'll do first one and I'll show you. I'm going to dip it in here, and this mix is pretty, and maybe I'll just dip them and then you put them on there, right?
Okay.
And see how it's kind of nice and thick,
Ooh,
right?
That's nice.
So we want that to kind of drain it a little bit,
And these
right?
are completely vegan?
Yeah, they're just
Oh, I guess
onions.
onion rings normally are vegan, so yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, actually, you never know, depending on where you got them. And then we just kind of pop it in here, right? And we just kind of roll it around in here, and it coats, right?
You can't even tell it's an onion.
Well, because it's laid in here. That's it, and then we just take this and lay it over here and go to the next one, all right? So that's what I'm doing. You coat and put it over
I'll
there.
try this first, okay, sweetie? I'm going to try the professional.
You want to do the whole thing yourself? What do you say?
I'll just try one of them, okay, sweetie?
Sweetie.
I want to show you how the professional does
All
it.
right, show me what you got.
All right. So this is how we want to roll the onion rings.
He has no interest in cooking anything when he's not on camera, by the way. But all
All
right.
right. So first, we got to dip it here, right?
Ladies, if you're watching,
we got to pick the perfect one. So I'm gonna say,
cooking them all.
I'm gonna say we go with this one right here. Or we got to dip it in, you know, just to give it a little twirl.
Okay, we don't want it to break, so be careful. Okay.
There you go.
All right, so far so good. No. All right, that's good right there. Okay, hey,
Am I dropping it?
Yeah, it's going all over the place.
I'm guessing it's part of cooking, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of ready to go, right? And then we're just going on to the next one, and that's it. All right.
Cooking lessons with Lexx. I mean, I should start my own diet.
Cooking with Lexx. Yeah.
I should start my own book, you know.
All right, so we have a beautiful set of onion rings here. We're going to toss these in the air fryer for about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on, just look at them, don't let them get too brown, all right? I'm gonna put them in for 13 on mine. You can put them in for 5 minutes, kind of flip them. I'm not doing that. The point of the air fryer is the air moves around. I don't feel like you need to flip it. So I'm gonna put them in for 13 minutes. So let's get these in, and then we'll see what they look like.
Get them in.
Holy smoke. Woo. These look amazing. We'll let them cool off for a minute, and then we'll plate these up. Man, can't wait to eat these. Wow, so these look really, really good. All right, so hopefully they're not, hang on, the pan is very hot.
Yeah,
These should be fine. Take one of these and see what you think. I've got a little ranch dipping sauce right here that I'm going to put in. This is really easy to make. It's based on the starch solution mayo. I have a link to the recipe below this video. All right, we ate the whole thing. What did you think?
I gotta tell you, man.
They're delicious.
You know what company I want to say their onion rings are better.
All right, Carl's Jr. does have better onion rings, but they're fried, right? You want to try with the sauce or no? Just by itself? Yeah. I think these are absolutely delicious, guys. You can't make a teenager happy, so. But for me, I don't eat onion rings because they're fried, right? So this is an absolutely amazing alternative, and we're lucky to have this. Try the dipping sauce. You're absolutely going to love it. It's just ranch dressing made with starchless mayo. All right, that's our video for today. Please hit that like button. Show us some love. What's not to like? We have onion rings.
Exactly.
If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Click that bell. You get notified every time we have a new video, usually every Monday, right? And please leave a comment below. Have you given up on onion rings? Are you making your own at home? How are you dealing with that? Also, Lex has his own gaming channel where him and I play video games. Usually, sometimes like 4 or 5 videos a week, right? Sometimes 2 in a day, right?
Sometimes, like, not for a while.
Sometimes not for a while, too. Depends on when new video game stuff comes out.
Yeah.
So there'll be a link below this video if you want to check Lex out.
And there'll be just click up here, too.
Okay, we might do that. Just click on the link below or above if you want to check out Lex and I playing one of his video games. And we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.